Welcome to the live podcast. This is Georgina Lowe, also known as Grow with G Lowe, and it's that time of the week. How has your Mother's Day been? I hope it has been nothing but blessed and amazing. Welcome to the live podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about something befitting to the day, Mother's Day. And short story quickly. So I didn't have any plans for this day. I literally, yesterday in my mind, I was like, I want to go to church, but we all went to bed very, very late last night. So we didn't wake up, or I knew that we weren't going to wake up in time. So I didn't have anything specific planned for the day. I was obviously just going to go about my normal Sunday stuff, which ranges from cleaning around, doing a bundle of one or two bundles of laundry, and cooking Sunday lunch. With us, it's always Sunday late, very late lunch. So yeah, and then just catching up on my faves vlogs on YouTube here on the platform, and yeah, and shooting some content. So that is basically what my plans were for the day. So did it go according to plan? I even forgot that I brought filing from work on Friday that I must still do. So I will most likely do it when I go settle. But nevertheless, did my day go as planned? No, it didn't. Why? Because I remembered that yesterday when we were at sports day for my little one, the older one wanted to go to the swimming pool, but the weather was not when it was not on par. It was a bit windy, so I promised him that we will go today. So in the morning, woke up, did my whatever that I have that I did, light a bit down again, catching up on my favorite YouTubers, and then I remembered that this guy wanted to go to the swimming pool. So okay, up we go. We got ready and we went to the swimming pool. Didn't plan what I was going to prepare for lunch, nothing. So we went to the swimming pool and we spent the day at the swimming pool. And while sitting there at the swimming pool, I realized that it's actually Sunday and I have a I have a live podcast that's happening at 7. And yeah, at that point in time I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about tonight? And then I said, okay, luckily I had my notebook and I had a magazine that I was going to read while the kids were in the swimming pool and I was just lying around there on the grass. So while I was sitting there at the beach, at the swimming pool, I don't know why I'm referring to it as the beach, but nevertheless, while I was sitting there, I just got an idea that okay, it's motherhood. I mean, it's Mother's Day, and why not make the topic of today balancing motherhood? So yeah, and then I made a note in my book, and my topic was born. So today I'm going to talk about how we balance motherhood. Hi Michelle, hi Karim, hi Ricardo, welcome here. Today I'm going to talk about balancing motherhood. I actually want to share more about balancing motherhood through my eyes and my experiences, my life experiences, or how I do it. So, if you catch the story, you will already now see that because I didn't have anything planned for today. What happened with us going to the swimming pool is already something out of my normal routine for a Sunday. So at this point in time, I am a bit delayed with my Sunday reset, but as long as the kids are bathed and we had our late dinner, then I think I'm still okay. But yeah, I didn't rest. That is the most important thing. Normally I would take a nap in between, but at this point in time that didn't happen. So meaning I must try and go to bed a bit earlier tonight. Nevertheless, let's continue with the topic of today. The topic of discussion. I saw it befitting because since it's Mother's Day, and thank God that he gave me that brainwave and that he gave me that idea because I was like, oh my gosh, it's live podcast day and I didn't prepare anything. And I actually do not like preparing stuff unless it's going to be a topic that I don't have much knowledge about, then I would prefer to be prepared. But if it's something general, then I like to apply um, my personal life story to it. And I think by doing that, you actually give your audiences or through you sharing your personal story, I know definitely that there will be one two three people in the audience or that are busy listening that will resonate, that will relate to the personal stories that I share. So that is the main aim of this live podcast. Also, I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be um, everyday life. I want it to be something relatable, something that others will relate to um, very easy. So I made my notes. Not a lot of notes. I don't like writing too much info and then what's the use? I'm writing a lot of info. I'm not going to read it. I want to talk about, what is currently happening in my life. So I made 5 points. So I hope that 30 minutes will be enough for me um, to go through the 5 points that I was struggling with number one and two because I put work number one, but in between I felt that actually home must be before work. But nevertheless, yeah, we can just fit it in like that. So my 5 points are work, home, social, hobbies, and personal development. Personal development is very last on the list, but I personally think that it should be number three on the list. Hobbies number four, and social last at the age that I am. Because, you know, there is just not time for social. There is not that there's not time, it's always on the back burner. It's for me, it's always on the back burner. Yeah, but let's dig into it. How do I balance? How do I balance? Let's start with work. Okay, work in my case is not always hectic, but there's a time in the month that it's hectic and it's at month end. So how do I balance? It's for me, it's simple because if I don't put in the extra time, I know I'm not going to get finished with my work. I'm not going to meet my deadlines. So I put in extra time. Meaning, how do I put in extra time? Lunchtime, I quickly run off, get the one kid from school, drop him off at the aftercare where the little one is schooling, head back to the office. 30 minutes. Sometimes I get back to the office at 1:15. So if I have lunch to eat, quickly eat 10-minute lunch, chat to a colleague. By 1:30, I'm back at my desk and I try to squeeze in 30 minutes of work. If that doesn't work out and it's still, I'm still behind or I'm still struggling with getting up to date with my deadline, then I put in an hour after work, say from 5 to 6. Sometimes it goes over to 6:30. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough to have a partner that will stand in for me at that point in time when I need to work extra hours. If things are balanced at work, then in the past I was like, okay, because in the past I didn't had to go pick up kids from school, so I would sit by my desk and work. But lately I don't do it that way. I take my lunch break. I either scroll on my phone, watch a motivational piece, or take a nap even sometimes, or I just deviate from my desk just to get a fresh perspective when I come back at 2 o'clock. So yeah, that is how I balance my work. At the end of the day, I will also just show you how all these 5 topics, how I try, because I don't think that I'm at the point where I can say that I am balancing it yet, because I think there's still some things that I need to work on. And it's very crazy how work, home, social, those 3 things are intertwined. Because, say, for instance, you have a friend's party on a Saturday, or you invited to a social event and you are behind at work. I am that person that would rather want to go into the office on a Saturday, because I have the time to. So I would rather prefer going into work, because work is also important just as much as the other things are important. So, like I said, those 3 things, those 3 pointers, home, work, and social, they are intertwined. They go hand in hand with each other. So home is at the moment, for me, I feel that way. I don't know how my partner feels, but currently I feel home is a disaster. Point number one, we don't have extra help. We don't have a house help. Um, Point number two is, yeah, I think point number one plays the most important role. Point number two is, you come tired from work. Sometimes you are exhausted. Okay, not every day. Some days you have the energy to actually come from work and still do some household chores or whatever. So currently, my husband and I, we juggle, me most of the times. But I just want to share with you, when we came back from the swimming pool, we had washing in the machine. We had laundry in the machine. We had to wash the blankets that we came with from the swimming pool. I had to start cooking. So what we did is, before we went to the pool, I just tidied up a bit, fold blankets and put things away, and just pack nicely, put the kids' shoes in a basket and all that. Hi, Gloria, welcome here. So when we got back, my husband was already busy hanging up the clothes. So I had to take the kids for a quick bath. After that, I folded some clothes, but there's still a heap of clothes lying on another bed in another room. So that I must tackle. Um, I'll see during the week, because tomorrow I have a Toastmasters meeting, and life is lifing, guys. So helping each other is a very, very good thing, because I cannot imagine having a partner that will just let you do all the stuff. So, but I luckily got to a point where I tell myself that it's okay. It's okay if my clothes are not folded. It's okay as long as my kids have clean clothes to wear, as long as my dishes are washed, even if they are still lying in the one part of the sink, it is okay. It is okay if my kitchen floor is not swept. Luckily, we are not people that get a lot of guests. So um yeah, there is there is the best part about our home situation. We If we get people coming in, it will be other kids in the complex that will come play. And yeah, so that is it. One or two other family members just popping in quickly to get something and out. So it's not like people will come in and visit. So the only thing that I really worry about is my dishes. I need to do my dishes before I go to bed. Gloria, I hear what you are saying. We It's crazy. We really it's not easy to balance work and life. And you know what? Within this list, I didn't even put in my exercising journey, or what I want to do with regards to exercising, because there is no space for it. There is, but I am not making it a priority right now. For me to exercise, mornings is the only thing that will work, or the only time it will work. So the downfall is I'm not a morning person. So I literally struggle to get out of bed. I'm one of those people that I go to bed at 10, 11. I've seen that I even can go to bed at 12, and then I will weekends. I don't know why I wake up early on weekends. I have no idea. The time that I'm supposed to be resting and sleeping in, I'm awake. And I'm the type of person that when I wake up, I struggle to fall back to sleep. So I waste another hour. So it's difficult for me to get up in the mornings, especially once I've lost an hour of sleep during the night. So home life is is kind of balanced, but I would prefer to get a house help. I do have a girl that comes in once in a while when I ask her, but I don't have like set, let's say 3 days a week somebody comes in, because if I can get somebody that can do that for me, then I know that I would have more free time. I would definitely have more free time. So reason is why I don't have somebody permanent. I am just at the point, at this point in life, I'm just like, I went through nannies and I went through people that can work for you, and I just don't feel comfortable anymore. Yeah, with having somebody to come work. Not that I am judging other people, or that I am some sort of having issues with people. I just went through nannies too much, and I just feel it's another human being that you must still stress about, that you must still worry about. So this girl, she has her day job. So when she gets like leave, or when she is off on certain days, then I ask her to come in. So that works out fine for me. But it's not an everyday thing. And when you have little ones, like both my little ones are below 10, so it's crazy. The house is always in a mess, but I've come to the point where I'm just like, it's okay. I don't cook every day. I cook today, so tomorrow I'm not cooking, and tomorrow we'll just eat bread, whatever, something light. If there's leftovers, leftovers. That's why I always try and make more food on Sundays if I can, and then I like alternate with the cooking, because I cannot, I'm not the one that to cook every day. Michelle, definitely we need to just let the pressure, you know, bend down a bit. Yes, I also do that. I take it one day at a time. If I didn't sweep today, I don't mind it. I don't mind. I'll sweep the next day. Yeah, we need to push. Let's move on to the third point of balancing motherhood and everything in life, social. I'm a 40 plus girly, and all my friends are also in the same age zone. So we have kids, we have homes, we have husbands. Some of us are married, some of us have more than one kid. So we plan to get together. There's no spur of the moment outings. In also, if one or two cannot make it to the planned event, then we are like, it's all good. It's life. Life happens. So socially, I don't really do a lot. So I can do better with my social life, but I think I'm at a point in my life where I would rather go to a breakfast meeting or go to a workshop. Now and then I will meet up with one of my girlfriends that lives with me in the same town, and then we would chill. And it's always a thing of we need to plan for it. We cannot just I'm get into my car and drive to her house, because then she has got other plans, or then she has other people over, and it just never works out. Guys, we're already 20 minutes into this life. Can you believe it? So it just doesn't work. So socially, with adulthood and motherhood, and especially when the kids involved, is just planning, mere planning. There is no other way how you should go about it. I know that we need it, and as much as we do our day jobs and weekends are for also for resting, we also need to learn to also prioritize ourselves, and to rest and to rest and to rest. And even if your dishes are sitting in your sink and you don't feel up to it, take that break. Take that break. I normally do it when I feel that I need a sleep. I will go under my blankets and I will sleep. And when I wake up from there, then I have renewed energies to take on whatever I need to take on. So, yeah. Yeah, Michelle, I don't have a partner, so I'm alone with the person. I know it gets hectic. It can get hectic. So, if you can, get some help. Because if I don't get in somebody, I definitely don't do ironing. Then I just fold my washing. If I have extra monies, then I send it to the laundry, and then they iron it for me. And yeah, so we find ways how to, just make life lighter for ourselves, if I can put it that way. I know in the past I would also just go on and on and on and on, and I used to suffer from burnout a lot, but now I've learned that it's okay. Like my heap of clothes is lying there on that bed ever since Friday. And yeah, if it's not somewhere during the week. So my next pointer is hobbies. Now, this is a very important thing because it is part of who you are. It is what makes you, want to be, what makes you alive, what makes you, um, also part of what makes you want to wake up the next morning, to just love life. I think it's so important to have hobbies, especially when you have a partner, because I think there needs to be that separation of I do my thing and you do your thing. And at the moment, it's quite balanced between my husband and I. He is in his soccer, and I am currently in my YouTube era. I'm currently in my public speaking era. I'm currently in my Toastmasters era, but Toastmasters is like studies for me. So I'm doing that. So that will come with personal development. But hobbies are like, what do I like doing? So at the moment, when I am chilled, I want to catch up to Michelle's vlogs. I want to catch up to Gloria's vlogs. I want to catch up to all my other favorite YouTubers' vlogs, and just to keep myself updated, because for me, it doesn't make sense that, you skip one vlog and then you move on to the next one. No, I like to, like, it must be in a structured manner for me. So yeah, like I said, I used to love reading in the past. I don't know where I left it. I think it's with becoming a mom 3 times that it disappeared, but I'm gradually moving into back into it. So if you have lost hobbies along the way and it's something that you really want to do, or it's something that's beneficial to your personal development, please pick it up again. Please start reading again. Please start gardening again, because it's one of those things that makes you feel alive, because it's something that you love. So, and we need to do more of the things that we love. Yeah, in order to feel fulfilled and to feel whole. So yeah, no, we can even start a book club where we exchange books. And yeah, I know that you said you wanted to read a Fred book. So once I'm done with it, Michelle, then it is all yours. So yeah, I gave away a couple of books to my oldest son, but I hope I can get them back and then we can just start with book sharing. Since we are in the same part of the country, more or less, we can start sharing books. I actually had a library membership and it just it's just there, just hanging. I went with the kids to the library once because I'm also trying to get them into reading. So maybe I must just make a mental note about that and start, because it's a good thing if your kids um, can start like, or can find that interest in reading. It's a very, very good thing because reading opens up your whole mindset. It you learn so much through reading, and you learn so many words through reading, and you learn basic speaking skills through reading. So I think it's one of the things that are very important. And if reading is your hobby and you haven't done it, please start doing it because you will thank me later. So let's move on to our fifth topic. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. I'm also like that because you know why? I make sometimes if it's a motivational book like the Do It Afraid, then I will, I like to, you know, for example, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I like to, like, I made I highlighted it there with a pencil. So if I go back to the book, then I will know that that specific phrase stood out for me, or that specific verse that I read stood out for me. Even in my Bible, like, okay, we know that we get the Bible with the notes, so with a space for notes. So I like making notes in my books when I read. So the fifth point is personal development. Personal development is so, so much important. And I know that when babies come along the way, we, I need to find that, I know that there's still out there, there's a lot of mummies that they balance it. But I think it's also the mummies that have full-time nannies in their homes, the living nannies. With a living nanny, you can accomplish a lot because that person is there, and whenever the person goes out for a break, it will most likely be on a weekend, some weekends, depending on your arrangement or the contract that you have. So I'm here to, I need to find a mummy that doesn't have a nanny and still manages. Okay, I know that people sit up late in the evenings, they sacrifice, they put in the time, and they wake up early in the mornings when they want to do something. I need to start working on that because I personally feel that I'm not that I'm slacking. I can do better. I can go to bed early, and I can wake up an hour early and do whatever I want to do. Do an exercise for do exercise for 30 minutes or even 20 minutes, and then the rest of the time I can spend spend with my devotion, and then maybe on my content creating and work on that, and then it's out of the way. And if there's studies, then also you can also just use that time of the morning to focus on doing assignments or studying and so forth. But guys, it is not easy, but it's really doable. And I'm one of those people that when I don't get enough rest, I I struggle to just be normal. I struggle to even focus at work because my sleep is very much important to me. I know that there are people, I have a friend that she literally sleeps for 4 to 5 hours and then she's okay. But if I have to do that, my system, or maybe I must try it. Maybe I haven't tried it, but I know myself. I need to have adequate rest in order for me to flourish and in order for me to thrive. So that is just me. And were all wired. We are all wired differently. We all our bodies work differently. I also need to do that, Michelle. I need to do that because I need to squeeze in my workouts at that time of the morning because it's the only way. Because sometimes after work, I need to come sit with one child that's reading. I need to um, I need to do household chores. there's always just something in the afternoons. So mornings, I think, is the best. Yeah, that was good for you. So you see that waking up in the mornings, that and a lot of motivationals are talking about. We know about the 5 a.m. club and all that. So I think that is something that one needs to really, really, really try. I need to really just start with that. So on personal development, I am not doing any formal studies. I've never done any formal studies. I did a few learning programs in sales and marketing. For some reason, I still wonder whether is that what God has planned for me, or is it part of His plans for me? Because I believe that if I had to study, it would have happened. I believe so. So at this point in time, I've never done a formal thing. I also don't have the urge to do it. I take off my head for everybody that sacrifices and that goes through studies for 3, 5 years. But I think I am at a point in my life where I rather want to do something that I love and grow within that thing and start a business within that thing. And if I don't happen to have a job one day, like an office job, I can go back to that specific thing and go on with it until life says it's over. So yeah, I the opportunity to study would most probably still come up one day. I never know. We never know. I don't know. But at this point in time, I'm like, I think I've spent too many time in my life doing things for other people, living for other people, and not really, not really working on my personal development. And I think now is the time, and that's why I'm here doing this, because I I think it's what I'm supposed to do. I believe that it's what I'm supposed to do because it brings me so much joy. And you won't believe it. I feel so bad when I say that I will do a live and I don't pitch, or something happens and I don't pitch, because I want to be I want to be reliable. I want to be, you know, I want to do the things that I say that I will do. So yeah, so at the moment, I do not have any plans on that. I'm doing my coaching pathway with Toastmasters International. Once I'm done with it, then I want to do a certification in life coaching, and then, God willingly, want to start up my business and see where that takes me. So, yeah. And also, sometimes we shouldn't look too far. I look at the pattern in my family. Most of my family members are into psychology, they are into helping others, and I understand where that comes from with me, because I am also a giver. I'm a giver and I always want to help people. And that's what I said previously, that I need to still get to the point where I know for sure that what is it that I'm supposed to be giving to others? Is it this, what I'm currently doing? Is it in a different form? So, purpose is step by step situation. It's not something that happens overnight. It's as you go along. So you get rid of some things, you acquire other things, you get rid, and yeah. So I think at the moment my personal development is, it's not, in a nutshell, if I have to look at all these 5 points, I don't have it balanced yet, because currently I'm also helping out the Warfish Bay Masters Club with doing their flyers for the events, meetings, upcoming meetings, and I haven't been getting time to do that. We have a breakfast meeting, upcoming breakfast meeting. I'm part of the planning committee, so I think sometimes a person also overcommit, ne? Because if you say yes to something, then you must do it. So I need to learn not to say yes to everything. I need to first sit down and see what is it that I must do, what is it that I already have on my plate, and then if I can manage to squeeze in something, then only say yes. So currently, my plate is so, 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 so full. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I need to prepare my speech for the upcoming Women in Business Network event that's happening on the 31st of May. Like I said, I don't like to speak from a piece of paper. I want to speak from my heart, but I at least need to come up with what is my intro going to be, a few pointers of what I'm going to talk about, and also just my conclusion, because I'm a Toastmaster and my speech is supposed to be right. So I haven't started working on that yet. Mm, I don't know, but I need to start. I need to I need to do it. So I think we are now middle month. Yeah, I need to at least start making notes. Yeah, when I get time. So, guys, balancing motherhood and everything else is not easy. Literally at the moment I'm busy shooting content also for a vlog, and I need to work on my live podcast topics of discussion. I need to cook when I need to cook. Guys, I don't remember the last time I had a facial. I don't that like I pampered myself at home because I love doing that also. So in a nutshell, it's very difficult. It's difficult to just balance, but I think at the end of the day, we just need to do whatever we are comfortable with. We shouldn't overcommit. We should learn to say no, even if it's to our loved ones and family members. We should really learn to, as much as you want to do it, I have ABCD, and maybe I can do it for you after a week. And yeah, and just we need to learn to take care better of ourselves, because we know the story of the empty cup. Fill your cup first, and then you can pour into others, because you cannot pour from an empty from an empty cup. So I personally, I can do better with balancing. There's certain things that we need to do for ourselves that makes our lives easier. Um, Make notes about it. Identify those things. If going to the grocery shop once a week works for you, make a list. Do your shopping once a week. Then you don't have to go to the shop up and down. And it's you're saving on taxi money, and you have more time. Instead of going to the shop, you have already you already have all your groceries that you need for the week, and then you can use that time for something else. So we need to also just work smart at this whole balancing thing. And you know what, I always felt that I need to do a 30-minute workout. When I started in the beginning of the year, I even used to do a 10-minute workout. I don't know why I stopped. It was like as if the other things were just overwhelming the exercising part, and it just went dead. But I want to start. And for me, whenever you start, how many times you fall and how many times do you start over, that doesn't matter, as long as you just start over. So I believe in starting on a Monday. So I'm going to see if I can wake up tomorrow morning and just do a 10-minute workout. Guys, let me plug you. After baby number two, stumbled across, I stumbled upon Grow with Joe. She's a mommy. She's here on YouTube. Also, the inspiration from where my brand comes from, Grow with G Lo. So she inspired me so, 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 so much. And if you have time, hop onto her channel. She's got workouts for Africa. So there's 10 minutes, there's 5 minutes, there's slow movement, there's heat exercises, there's everything for everybody. And she's my go-to. When I fall off track, I just start with her with literally a 10-minute workout, and then I gradually just build up again until I get to my 30 to 45-minute workout 3 times a day. I'm not going to push it. I'm not an exercise fanatic. So, and then I just do my basic walking because I have a knee injury, and I tried running in the beginning of the year. It was good. I lost a lot of weight, but it's not something that I love to do. And I'm in that era where I want to do things that I love, that I don't want it to feel so forced when I do it. So, yeah, with that said, I am done with my 3 pointers. Can you believe it? We are already 10 minutes over the 30 minutes. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your input, Michelle, Gloria. Keep on doing what you are doing. One of the YouTubers said this morning, Momfluencer, she said that she loves how we build a community on YouTube. And I need to agree with her because we share so many things with each other. We help each other and stuff like that. So I don't want that to stop. Um, I always tell myself, why didn't I get onto YouTube a long time ago? But anyways, there is a time for everything and anything under the sun. So yeah, all the best with balancing motherhood and all the other aspects of life. If you haven't joined in on the live, you will obviously see this video saved under my live folder. Please comment, please like, please let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you juggle motherhood and all the other aspects of life that goes hand in hand with balancing life in general. We can all learn from one another. I shared what works for me. Our scenarios will most definitely not be the same, but I'm sure that once we share, we can relate. One person can relate to another, the other can relate to another, and that's how we learn, also through sharing life experiences and just sharing what is working for us and what is not working for us. And like I said, because we are wired differently, not everything what works for Michelle might not work for me, what works for Gloria might not work for me. So but in most cases we find ourselves in the same scenarios, and most of the times we can relate because life is just life. And no matter if you are in America or if you are in Africa, life is just life, and we can learn a lot from one another. Yeah. With that said, I end this live, and I wish you all a blessed week ahead. Rest, take care of yourself, take care of your mind, your mentals, and put yourself first and check with yourself first before just agreeing to everything that others want from you. And especially when you are a giver, other people, they don't stop asking if you are a giver. You need to be attentive to that, and you need to know when to say no, or where to draw the line. Yeah. So I hope you guys had a blessed Mother's Day. I definitely had a very quiet one. I'm glad that I could take the boys, or that my husband and I could take the boys to the swimming pool. They had so much fun, and it was just fun to be outside again and just getting some sunlight, some vitamin D. Yeah, yeah, yes. Unlearning is the thing to do. Unlearning is the thing to do, because especially when we grow up in a setup where everything must just be right. Life will never be perfect. Life will never ever be perfect. And the best thing is that here on YouTube, we are reminded constantly that we need to just show up as we are. We need to really just show up as we are. That is what people want to see. They do not want to see another version of Michelle, and then after a month another version of Michelle. You just need to show up as you are. So all the best with continuing balancing motherhood. I must now go take a bath and then see if I can get on with my filing. Or yeah, I'll see. If I also don't get to my filing, it's not a trench mesh, I can still do it on another day. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take a warm bath and just soak in the weekend and just get my mind right for the new week that comes. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being in my corner. I will see you not next week Sunday because we're traveling for a funeral. Thank you so much, Michelle. So I will put up a notice saying that the live podcast will not happen next week Sunday. It will definitely resume the week after. Keep well. I love you. Bye.